Hello, I6 Speed Only here, and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a garage update, an overview of my channel. The reason why I'm doing this is due to the influx of subscribers. I thought I'd reintroduce my cars and give a little bit brief background on what this channel is going to be like, and answer any questions that you guys might have in the comment section in regards to how this channel is going to proceed and how what you expect to see in the future, things like that. So again, thank you guys who all subbed. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This means a lot, and I definitely want to try and produce better content as I learn more about the YouTube algorithm and how that works. And also I got a new camera, which is why you see me kind of moving around a little bit now, and I want to kind of make sure that my content gets better as I progress further in YouTube. So I'm definitely trying to invest into my craft. And again, thank you guys for commenting, subscribing. And if you haven't, please do so. I post every couple of weeks or so. I don't necessarily have a strict schedule yet, but I think that'll probably roll around maybe around the springtime, where my schedule will be a lot more strenuous as far as going to the track and everything like that. It's easier to plan around track days than it is to just make a video. And I don't want to just give y'all just anything. So please let me know what you guys want to see with these cars. A brief overview on myself. I'm just a average car enthusiast, just like you guys are. I predominantly tailored to the JDM community, but I do definitely dabble into other cars. I do have my favorites that aren't necessarily JDM cars, but for the most part, I do just strictly JDM content, more performance based, and learning how to mod cars. I mean, I'm learning with you guys. I don't know everything, but I do try my best to do the research and give you my honest opinions on these cars. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to my two vehicles that I have that will be the staple of this channel. And yeah, so let's get started. Right now, what you're seeing is a 2023 Subaru WRX. This is the premium trim. I'll give you a walk around while I'm talking. So this is the cherry blossom red accents that I added on this car as soon as I bought it. I've had this car for a little over a month now, and it is my daily driver, but honestly it will see some track duty, so stay tuned for that. Right now it's still on the stock wheels and tires. I do plan on going into some pretty nice performance tires once the track season again rolls around again. I do want to throw some all seasons on here for the winter. I still may do that sometime next month, because the winter hasn't even officially started yet up in the Pennsylvania area. So once that happens, I kind of want to be prepared. For those of you who don't know, tires are so important. Make sure you check your tire tread, make sure you got the right tires that that can complete the job, man, because I've seen a lot of people out there lately that have been getting into these accidents, or tires have been falling off, a multitude of things, but it can be solved with a little bit of preventative maintenance, and such as something as important as tires. Obviously, in the wintertime, tires kind of get flat, and you kind of want to be careful driving on some flat tires. So with that being said, I'll continue. Again, cherry blossom accents, you can see them on the mirror caps, the front lip, side skirt. I am going to try to get the rear diffuser cherry blossom, but I haven't gotten that yet. As far as the brakes, I will be going with a big brake kit from the TR. Just haven't gotten those yet. Again, I've only had this car for about a month or so. I am going to get the big brakes just because, like I said, it's going to see some track duty. And I also do plan on getting the STI 18-inch STI wheels, the OEM wheels, because they still have a little bit of gray in them, and I think it'll go perfectly with the paint of the car. I didn't want to go too crazy on the wheels as far as with the pink accents and stuff like that, and then just have colors all over the place. I kind of want it very tame but neat at the same time. and excuse the dirt and grime, but we've had rain here. So again, daily driver stuff, it's going to be dirty, so it is what it is. But that's the plan. I think I'm gonna just go with some 18s. I'm not gonna do what the TR was doing and run the 19s at all, because it looks like for the most part, people who track these cars have had great success with running 18s. So I'm gonna stick with 18s, that's no problem. And then I'm gonna just get rotors and big brakes and see what I can do with that. I do have a Remark axle back. I don't think I'm gonna go full exhaust, and honestly I don't think I'm completely sold on this exhaust just yet. I like it, but it just, I don't know, maybe it has a little, because the car already has a boom to it. I'll definitely put the startup sequence in this video so you can kind of get what I'm saying. But so you can kind of get what I'm saying. But it has a little bit more drone than I would like, and it's just something that I have. Maybe it's because I haven't gotten used to it yet. But again, I don't know if I'm completely sold on this. I might run with a different exhaust somewhere down the line, but for now it's here to stay. I don't have any money to spend on another exhaust. And here we are with what should have came from the factory. As we all know, the STI wing just kind of brings out the shape of this car, in my opinion. So for me, it was a no-brainer when I got this car, because I knew I was going to get an STI wing. I damn near ordered it the day I knew I was going to grab this car. So, you know, that kind of happened relatively fast, and you know, that's what I got, and this is how it's going to look for the most part. I am going to get the sport grille up front, because that looks a lot neater. I don't know if I'm going to do the emblem yet, but maybe not. And this, obviously, what I wanted to bring up, if you haven't seen my last video on this car in particular, is that I plan on building this car as well to compete with the greatest modern performance sedan that you or I could afford, which is the FL5, the Civic Type R. If you guys aren't familiar with chassis codes, the current generation Civic Type R. I'm planning to compete against that car with this on the track. So hopefully I'm pretty sure I'll see plenty of Type R's. You know, even last season I was seeing plenty out there. So I'm definitely looking forward to some circuit racing, you know, competing against other Type R's and other really good, well-built performance sedans out there, because, you know, got to compete with the weight, right? Like they're both kind of heavy, so I'm just trying to do that. I don't think I'm going to go too ham on this car, but I am going to try to build it to compete enough. So that means suspension is definitely going to change. I am going to go with Fortune 500 auto. And as of right now, I'll show you, I am currently, if I can grab the damn hood thing, where is it at? No, I'm so used to the other one being on my other car, so whatever. But I'm currently stage 2. I don't know why some people don't like the sound of that, but it is what it is. Is that denting? Or is that just dirt? It might just be dirt. I don't know. Anyways, stage 2, Cobb, top mount intercooler. I finally got that right for the first time instead of saying front mount. I got the Cobb charge pipe. I did have the Cobb intake, but I ended up going with the Perrin just for the swoosh noises and, you know, a little bit more character for the car. So that in total gives me over 300 horsepower. I do have the access port as well, so I'm not going to go with any more power on this car, because to be honest, it's not necessary. And the other thing I'm going to address is this shifter, excuse the mess guys, this shifter, which to me is definitely something that's going to get changed, either with a short shifter from STI, or I'm going to go with the Dark Matter X shifter, which I do plan on doing that, just to change that, because we all know, if you have a WRX, I've had one in the past, that shifter isn't the best. And again, I am building that car to compete with the Civic Type R. So that's my plan with that. I might just add a tow hook there. If you guys see this little part, that was where the relocation plate is, and it kept scratching the front end, so I just took it off. But car number 2, this is my baby right here. This is the flagship of the channel, the GR86 2022 base model. GR86. This has taught me a lot about vehicles, about cars, about building, everything pretty much. Like this car has motivated me to do this channel, as well as perform the research that's necessary in order to learn how to track drive, because I was really never into track driving at all. I was definitely just an enthusiast from afar, and now that I'm like knee deep into the community, I can, you know, attribute it all to this car actually. So far, as far as mods, I do have all seasons right now on here. These won't stay on here long. As you can see, I'm running what, 215s on here, 215/60 R17. So stock height, stock wheels, no suspension so far. But again, that 60 I kind of like, because it's definitely covering the wheel well, because I'm not lowering the car, because again, this was my daily driver, so I didn't plan on lowering it at all, because I didn't want to deal with that issue of scraping everything. But I do have some carbon fiber accents here that definitely bring out the panda look of this car. The rear wing swan neck type, that is one of my favorite mods of this car. I do have the MBRP exhaust axle back, no full exhaust, just MBRP axle back, which I think does the job. If you want to see my review on that, please look on my channel. I do have a review on that. And the back end in general, man, just looks phenomenal in this car. So, you know, to me, this car looks perfect, man. It doesn't even need a wide body kit. Although I like some wide body kits, I'm not doing anything to this car, because it looks good just the way it is. You know, it looks a lot more expensive than what it costs theoretically. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna definitely keep these all seasons on until the weather's gone. And I do plan on running some RE71 RS's just for some grip. I'm going back to 235s. So I was running 235s beforehand while I was on the track, no, I was running 225, so I'm going up to 235s. And I plan on running those with as a square setup, so front and rear. I plan on getting I actually ordered already the suspension, the Type S suspension for HKS, which is what I'm going to go with on this car. I wanted the Type R suspension, but I watched a comparison, and I kind of think that the Type S is going to be more of my speed. So I guess we'll see once I get it, and I'll definitely do a review when those happen, when those get installed on this car come spring. I am going to run big brakes on this. I mean, who doesn't want the extra 5 horsepower? I can't keep running the stock brake pads and rotors anymore. They survived this season, but I don't believe that they will survive next season. So but again, I guess a little tidbit on this, if you plan on tracking this car, you don't necessarily need a big brake kit. All you need is, you know, fluid, nice pads, and some decent rotors, and I think you'll be just fine. A lot of people will tell you just need pads and fluid, and you can last a few track days, quite a few track days actually, and you'll be just fine. And obviously we all know the Achilles heel of this car is the oil starvation. And again, I'll reiterate, just like I do in every 86 video when people mention that, Varis has figured out that we have an oil pan a bigger oil pan, which they're developing, that will definitely solve that issue as far as those right-hand turns and with the oil starvation issue. Fun fact for those of you uninitiated, these both have the same engine, turbocharged, naturally aspirated. So now you know. But again, this was just a garage update video. These are my two cars. I love them to death. I believe also, shout out to Subaru. Let me go back to this. They are rated the most reliable car company right now, or car manufacturer. So shout out to them. And you know, with these both having Subaru engines, I don't want to hear any of you guys in my comment section saying that Subaru's unreliable or whatever. I don't want to hear it. You know, go back to my reliable, it's Subaru FA24 reliable video, and you'll see what I mean. Now the numbers don't lie, like it's in black and white. Subaru's the most reliable, which beat out Toyota and Honda. So shout out to Subaru doing the right thing, not bringing out a STI. Haha, I'm gonna say that every freaking time. They didn't bring it out because you can't afford it, but this is good enough. It's actually better. And again, shout out to all of you guys that subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and let's continue to grow this thing, man. I'm really hyped about next season for the track. I do plan on doing a lot more autocross and a lot more circuits, so I'm definitely hyped, and I hope you guys are too. And for me, this is just the sky's the limit, man. Like, we're gonna go up from here. These tires and wheels are gonna change on both cars, and you're gonna slowly see these cars transform into what I would call some of the best drivers' cars out there right now. And I think most people would agree with that too, because if you see the reviews, you know, no one has ever said these cars are any lack of fun or good drivers' cars. So that's what I like. That's what this channel is about. And like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. If you don't, that's fine too. You know, I'm here regardless. So that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.